on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Here comes Seattle, led by Russell Wilson, who in Week 7 struggled now in his defense in that loss to Baltimore. There was a lot of rain in Seattle, but he was under 50% passing, Charles, 20 of 41, and threw his first interception of the season.
Amazing that it took this long in the NFL to throw an interception, because there's some pretty good ball hawks out there, even when you're a great quarterback. But that was an ugly one, wasn't it? Marcus Peters taking it all the way back, and the Ravens really never looked back from that point on. But listen, every great quarterback has a clunker or two. You and I both know Russell Wilson will get back on the beam and fast.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Strip the ball.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And one of the big bodies helping out this offense is your boy, Upati.
And all he wants to do is have running plays called, fire out, and smack people.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
Now a give, right side. It's Carson, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Linebacker Demario Davis made the move from the New York Jets to the New Orleans Saints before the 2018 season, and that move really paid off for him. Always a terrific player. Now he was able to get to the playoffs for the first time in his NFL career.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Front left. 56, the mock boys, 56.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Slam.
To throw is Breeze. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo.
That was second down run for Murray. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a third down and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Here we go. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now Breeze, maybe a free play. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right, already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. We go 21, 21. Whip. Watch the whip. Check nickel.
Now they'll run. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer out him again.
Ready. 5-9. Like 5-4. 3 bucks.
He's going to sneak it. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees taking it in. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So it was second and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. Second down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6.
Let's go.
Possession of the football here changing back over to the Seattle Seahawks and wanted to revisit their game against Baltimore in Week 7 where they lost 30-16. Had to be kind of sweet for Earl Thomas against his old team. He led that Baltimore defense, really held the offense of Seattle in check.
They certainly did, and what that usually means is limiting their running game. Chris Carson, who had 3 straight 100-yard games, he's up to 65 yards on, 21 carries. So they didn't get going the way they want to. Seattle's always going to be a run-first, physical-type team. If you're Atlanta, and that's where they're headed next, you better be prepared for a heavy dose of number 32 carrying the football.
Absolutely, and even with that loss, so Seattle's still in a great spot at 5-2. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Right here. Check 13. Good job right there. 14, find it.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's got Lockett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the game there.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I will hear about that from him soon.
Good job right there.
56. You're on truck. 56. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On first down, Carson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mike, he can't hang. Too quick, too quick.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Good touch.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. The 20. 10. And touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 53 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this.
Possession of the ball here going back to the New Orleans Saints, who, as we noted earlier, moved to 6-1 with that Week 7 victory in Chicago, their 5th straight win. Gosh, they did it without Alvin Kamara, without Jared Cook, of course, without Drew Brees. I think you've told me, correct me if I'm wrong, you think this is the best team in the NFC.
That I believe. I absolutely believe they are #1 in the NFC right now, and it's because of their defense. Because of guys like Cameron Jordan, Demario Davis, their linebacker, Marshawn Lattimore at the corner. I think this team is complete. They can suffocate people on the defensive side. Obviously, they can score. you know that New Orleans offense is always ready to explode. One more game until their open week. They're home against Arizona in Week 8. They should go into the open week feeling very good about themselves.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Ready.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The toss to Murray. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken the lead.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
like
the tailback.
underhand.
Yeah, like an egg underhand, do it with 2 hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field goal.
Yeah, where you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
14.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Check. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Let's get off the field, D. Hey! 40. Hey, alert. You guys, listen. 53. Kill.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing that they're picking up the 1st down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
What? 56. Check 56. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 12. Mike, that's it. Yeah, right there, 56. You go, night. Kill.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check. Green, out. 12.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Slam.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. That catch certainly easier than the one Tyler Lockett made in the back left corner of the end zone in the Thursday night win over the Rams in Week 5. My goodness, that was incredible. In fact, the advanced metrics called it the most improbable catch in the NFL in the last 2 years. And if for some reason you missed it, look it up. Pretty impressive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give, right side. Carson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Drop deep. Check three. Hit the edge. Go. 40.
54, right there, 54.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
56.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson steps away to his left. But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands.
Touch 50, touch 50.
Motion man. Check.
Check.
Now it's Wilson. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Green 80.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Lucky. Hopper.
Let's go 14.
53 to Mike.
Operating from the gun. Wilson flushed out right. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers from the right hash. This from 33. Myers' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts? Come on, what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Okay, partner, let's mix things up a bit. This is something that's been a staple of morning television programs for a long time. Let's bring it to Madden, some power rankings. Give me your top 5 through 7 weeks.
All right, I'll start with number 5, and that's the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, he can throw it as well as run it, but his running, that's so exciting. Number 4, the Green Bay Packers. Looks like Aaron Rodgers and his head coach Matt LaFleur, looks like they're in sync. and the Packers are playing awfully well right now. Number 3, San Francisco. Their defense built to travel. They can play anywhere and take on anyone, and they run the ball on offense. Number 2, New Orleans. They've survived without Drew Brees. In fact, they flourished with Teddy Bridgewater, and their defense, vastly underrated, one of the top 3 in the league. And last but not least, shocker, New England. And I did think about putting New Orleans ahead of New England, but New England's defense is the best in the league, and Tom Brady on the other side, they still reign supreme.
Switch gears. Check 9, check 9.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is what I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Wilson. Alluding to pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the gun, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Switches. 4 down. Check 99. Check 99. 56. Check 56. Here we go.
Here's Wilson. Operating from the gun. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Come on, Locke. We better not.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work mark, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Breeze to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Murray. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a third down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Bree's going to try and throw on third down. Again has it complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Nice catch right there. It brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Throw left side complete. That's Murray. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On the delay, this is Murray. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Yellow lady, yellow lady. Hey, break it down, fellas, break it down.
They'll run here. It's Murray. But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, 2nd best in the league, and they'll try it here. Bree's going to go on 4th down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
14. Mike's 5-4. Army. Pull it together. He's coming. We got double up.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch the run.
36 power.
53.
They run it with Carson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
What? 280.
56, right there.
Alert.
Ricky. Check 26. Check. Fresno. Check 4.
Hey, 0. Screen, let him touch.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And Wilson has it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. Hustle. Number 53, Mike 53. Watch the screen.
Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Hey, 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike. Army. Blitz.
Throwing is Wilson. Caught. It's Wilson. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Wilson letting one go deep for the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Luke Wilson there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And Potter, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now Breeze. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Murray. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Breeze now on 1st down. This is caught by Ginn. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one.
You're good. I'm full. Ready.
On 1st down, Murray. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On first down, Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Jaron Reed forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. To throw is Breeze. Being chased out left. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Murray. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go again. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Joker. Alert.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Let's put that team on the punt. No. Off. Shit. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Touch 50.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you've also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trotting on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They begin the drive with by Murray. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Pardon me, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
At the 26-yard line.
Ready.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. 3 down. 3 down.
Now Breeze. On the left side by Ginn. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.